Test 1 2, test 1 2, test 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. One, two, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. Test, 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 test. In 3, 2, 1. We are live on a brisk October day here on the campus of Howard Community College, live from Dragon Stadium. It's the first round of the 2024 NJCAA Region 20 Division II Men's Soccer Tournament with the Arundel Community College Riverhawks taking on your Howard Community College Dragons. Hello, folks. This is the big man on the mic, Isaac Donsky, ready to bring you all the action today. It's playoffs, baby, and we've got a good one for you here. The number 4 seeded Dragons taking on the number 5 seeded Riverhawks. It is sure to be an exciting contest. These two teams, very similar seasons, but in reverse. The Dragons got off to a hot start, winning their first 6 games before getting hit with the injury bug. Things got a little rough down the stretch. They've only won 1 game over the last month, but they were able to hold on and take the 4th seed in the region tournament. As for the Riverhawks, they got off to a rough start to the season, but came alive in the second half of the year, including a 3-3 tie here, a thrilling match on sophomore day that saw these two teams tie. The Riverhawks are hosting this year's tournament, so they have everything to lose. If they lose this game, they will not get to participate in their home at their home field. There is nothing that a tournament host wants less than for that to happen. Howard, on the other hand, first-year head coach Rob Ryerson has managed to take a team that was having some troubles at the midpoint of the season and get them into playoff form. They are back. The missing players who missed a big chunk of the season due to injury are back. The full squad is ready and healthy. We're getting set for what should be an exciting matchup. Let's take a look now at the starting lineup for these two squads. First, we'll start the starters from Arundel. At goalkeeper, a sophomore from El Dorado in Trinidad and Tobago, number 1, Jaim Blake. On defense, a freshman from Arnold, Maryland, number 4, Axel Cartagena. On defense, a sophomore from Glen Burnie, Maryland, number 5, Jason Astudillo. At forward, a sophomore from Annapolis, Maryland, number 7, Brian Guillen. At midfield, a freshman from Glen Burnie, Maryland, number 9, Chris Morera. On defense, a freshman from Glen Burnie, Maryland, number 15, Angel Ochoa Delgado. At midfield, a freshman from Odenton, Maryland, number 17, Oliver Rivas. At forward, a freshman from Severn, Maryland, number 18, Ednal Marchani. At midfield, a freshman from Edgewater, Maryland, number 21, Ever Santos. On defense, a freshman from Odenton, Maryland, number 23, Tomi Akinsalure. And at midfield, a freshman from Annapolis, Maryland, number 25, Henry Guillen. The Riverhawks are led by head coach Drew Belcher and assistant coaches Brett Joyner and Ethan Belcher. Now, here's the starting lineup for your Howard Community College Dragons. Starting in goal, a sophomore from Ellicott City, Maryland, number 1, Luke Ryerson. Starting on defense and returning from injury, a sophomore from Ellicott City, Maryland, number 3, Mark Adja. Starting at midfield, a freshman from Columbia, Maryland, number 5, Kevin Ruby. Starting at midfield, a sophomore from Hyattsville, Maryland, number 6, Jefferson Estrada. Starting at midfield, a sophomore from Columbia, Maryland, number 7, Truce Norton. Starting on defense, a sophomore from Ellicott City, Maryland, number 8, Chris Herzog. Starting at forward, a freshman from Catonsville, Maryland, number 9, Brian Barrientos. Starting at forward, a sophomore from Columbia, Maryland, number 12, Sam Santos. And starting on defense, a freshman from Columbia, Maryland, number 14, Sebastian Fonseca. Starting on defense, a sophomore from Columbia, Maryland, number 18, Kyle Simmons. And starting at midfield, a freshman from Fredericksburg, Virginia, number 19, Darian Paz. The Dragons are led by first-year head coach Rob Ryerson and assistant coaches Steve Sherman and Ken Bernstein. So, Dragons and Riverhawks. When they met in the regular season, it was an instant classic. Now they meet again with everything on the line. The first round of the 2024 NJCAA Region 20 Division II playoffs is coming up right here on Howard Community College Vimeo. starting lineups, beginning with our visitors. To Anne Arundel Community College Riverhawks. Starting in goal, a sophomore from El Dorado, Trinidad and Tobago. Number 1, J.J. Lynch. Starting on defense, a freshman from Arnold, Maryland. Number 4, Axel Cartagena. Starting on defense, a sophomore from Glen Burnie, Maryland. Number 5, Jason Astudillo. Starting at goal, a sophomore from Annapolis, Maryland. Number 7, Brian Ian. Starting at midfield, a freshman from Glen Burnie, Maryland. Number 9, Chris Arundel. Starting on defense, a freshman from Glen Burnie, Maryland. Number 15, Angel Ochoa Noga. Starting at midfield, a freshman from Odenton, Maryland. Number 17, Oliver Rivas. Starting at forward, a freshman from Severn, Maryland. Number 18, Ednal Marchand. Starting at midfield, a freshman from Edgewater, Maryland. Number 21, Ever Santos. Starting on defense, a freshman from Odenton, Maryland. Number 23, Tommy Akinsalere. And starting at midfield, a freshman from Annapolis, Maryland. Number 25, Henry Guillen. The Riverhawks are led by head coach Drew Belcher, assistant coaches Brett Joyner and Ethan Belcher. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for our visitors, the Anne Arundel Community College Riverhawks. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starters and coaches for your Howard Community College Dragons. Starting in goal, a sophomore from Ellicott City, Maryland. Number 1, Luke Ryerson. Starting on defense, a sophomore from Ellicott City, Maryland. Number 3, Mark Atcha. Starting at midfield, a freshman from Columbia, Maryland. Number 5, Kevin Ruby. Starting at midfield, a sophomore from Hyattsville, Maryland. Number 6, Jefferson Estrada. Starting at midfield, a sophomore from Columbia, Maryland. Number 7, Truce Norton. Starting on defense, a sophomore from Ellicott City, Maryland. Number 8, Chris Herzog. Starting at forward, a freshman from Catonsville, Maryland. Number 9, Brian Barrientos. Starting at forward, a sophomore from Columbia, Maryland. Number 12, Sam Santos. Starting on defense, a freshman from Columbia, Maryland. Number 14, Sebastian Fonseca. Starting on defense, a sophomore from Columbia, Maryland. Number 18, Kyle Simmons. And starting at midfield, a freshman from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Number 19, Darian Paz. The Dragons are led by head coach Rob Ryerson and assistant coaches Steve Sherman and Ken Bernstein. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your Howard Community College Dragons. Blowing up, like I'm trying to say something. We're all set to get underway here. First round matchup. There are three other first round games taking place today that we will let you know any updates of. Right now, this game about to kick off. We had one game kick off earlier. That was Potomac State and Frederick. They are currently tied 1-1 in the second half in their first round matchup. Coming up at 4, it's number 1 seed CCBC Essex taking on Allegheny, and coming up at 5, it's Prince George's versus Catonsville. This matchup is the second of these. We got a lot of soccer today, folks, and this is going to be a fun one. It's our final home soccer broadcast of the season, and for all it's worth, I'm considering all the technical difficulties we had to deal with at the start of the year. I'm so glad that we're able to bring you this game in full. We are looking forward to it. Dragons will be in their home white with gray shorts, black numbers, and gold trim. The Riverhawks will be wearing sea blue and dark blue striped jerseys with sea blue shorts and white numbers and dark blue trim. When these two teams played on sophomore day earlier this month, it was an insane 3-3 game. The Dragons tying it up at the last second, courtesy of Truce Norton. Here's the line for the Dragons. Up front, it is Barrientos, Paz, Sam Santos, and Truce Norton. The second line will be Kevin Ruby, Jefferson Estrada, and Sebastian Fonseca. And on defense, it'll be Mark Adja returning from injury, Kyle Simmons, Chris Herzog, and then Luke Ryerson in goal. The Dragons back to full strength, facing a tough Arundel team that gave them all they could handle when they met last time. The first round of the NJCAA Region 20 tournament is about to get underway. Waiting for the signal from the ref to start the clock. Dragons have won the toss. They'll start with possession. They'll be traveling from right to left on your screen, and Arundel will be traveling from left to right. Here we go. We're set. We're ready. We're waiting. The playoffs are underway. Here we go. Deep pass from Estrada right off the bat. They're trying to get aggressive here. Again, the Dragons back to full strength. That was broken up. And Arundel trying to find an opening. Good pass there from Barrientos. Ruby with a nice header to keep it alive. It's popped up by Arundel. That's Ever Santos, number 21. Estrada intercepts that, gets it out to Barrientos. Barrientos trying to get it to Santos. Dragons going for an early attack. That's kicked out. That's over. And that's going to be a corner kick for the Dragons within the first minute. A good start for Howard. Corner kick for Dragons. Throughout the game, you will hear me repeat information. I am doing double duty up here as PA announcer and as play-by-play, so I apologize if you hear any of that. It's a cold day, by the way. It is in the low 60s, high 50s. Darian Pass takes the corner. It's up, and it's knocked away by Arundel. Good defensive stance. Truce Norton screaming in there to try and break up that play, which is picked up. They're trying to get it to Brian Guillen, number 7, who has been Arundel's leading scorer this season. Back on the attack come the Dragons. Going for a crosser for Santos. A chance. Blake, the goalkeeper, has to move. It's picked up by number 15, Angel Ochoa Delgado. Delgado looking for an opening, and he's going to get it down to Ednil Marchani, number 18. Marchani fires. No one's there. Simmons chasing it down. It's going to be close on the line, and Kyle Simmons picks it up. Simmons will play it to Mark Adja, and how sweet it is to see Mark get back in action after he missed almost the entire second half of the season with an injury. Fonseca passes up to Barrientos. He's going for Santos. Santos, he's in line. Santos, shot, blocked by Blake. And another corner for the Dragons, but Sam Santos with the first big shot of the afternoon. Corner kick, Dragons. Darian Paz will take the corner once more. On its way. Going for Simmons. Nice header. And it's up and over the back of the net. Joining me in the booth today, as always, is my cameraman Diego, doing a wonderful job as he has done all season long, and our lovely volleyball coach and statistician, Miss Jalen Ivey. Her team, by the way, wrapping up their season this weekend as they head to North Carolina to take on USC Lancaster and Lenore Community College. So good luck to Dragons volleyball, as they will be one of the last of our fall sports to wrap up their regular seasons. Back to the action we go now. Arundel on the attack. And they're trying to get a chance here for one of their forwards. That's number 9, Chris Morera. Morera looking for options. He's going to try and get a crosser over to Guillen. It's intercepted by Adja, who breaks it up. Nice to see Mark Adja back in action. Wind's picking up, and it's going to be a windy game here, so expect a lot of shots to go off target. Even passes, too. The wind is that powerful. They get it down to speedy Truce Norton trying to break through the defense. Getting held a little bit. There's a slide tackle out of bounds by number 17, Oliver Rivas. Truce. Nice play there, knocked out of bounds. Really picking up, you can probably hear it on the microphone. Defense look at Kyle Simmons getting in there, breaking up that play. Right in front of us, here's Simmons looking for an option. He's trying to get it to Darian Paz. Santos picks it up. Here's Santos, and he passes out for Barrientos. Down on the far side, Brian Barrientos looking for an option, trying to get around the defender. Getting held up, out of bounds. And they're going to say that Barrientos touched it. It'll be a goal kick for the Riverhawks. kick, and Arundel. The wind interfering with my microphone up here for PA announcing. That's how strong it is. It was flipping through my papers during pre-game introductions, and it was just not fun. Not fun. Not a fun win here. Here's Chris Herzog. Last second addition to the starting lineup. Initially, it was going to be Samson Ogunlie out of Geneva, Switzerland, who would get the start. But Samson had some discomfort in his ankle. Coach Rob Ryerson opted to put Chris Herzog instead. Chris has been a very solid player this season on defense for the Dragons. That's out of bounds. That's a corner kick for Howard. Corner kick for Dragons. Great crowd out here today, as it'll be, looks like Chris Herzog will take the corner. No, Brian Barrientos. No, and it's a quick little pass out to Truce Norton. Here's Brian, puts it up, goes for the header. Was that in? Oh, so close. Kyle Simmons had it on the corner. Jaheim Blake with the save. First sub of the day coming in for Anna Arundel, as number 24, Reed Kimmel from Pasadena, Maryland, getting set to come into the contest. Anna Arundel so far has struggled to get anything going offensively. Nice header there. They're trying to get it to Sam Santos. Pops it up for Truce. Truce, that one off of the chest of number 23, Tomi Akinsalure. And that's a corner. They're going to say that Jaheim Blake knocked it out of bounds. That's another corner for the Dragons. 4 corners in these opening 5 minutes. Corner kick, Dragons. Corner on the way. And knocked away, shouldered by Kinsalure. Now trying to go up. We have our first sub. I'll step away real quick to do that announcement. Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 24, Reed Kimmel. So Reed Kimmel enters the game for the Riverhawks, tosses in, and immediately picked up by Kevin Ruby. Here's Norton, that's out of bounds. Good pressure by Reed Kimmel. And he's going to toss it quickly here, broken up by Ruby again, right back out of bounds. Kevin Ruby doing a great job disrupting the flow of play for Anna Arundel. Simmons, picked up by Ever Santos, trying to get it to Guillen. Here's Brian Guillen. Ooh, he's shifty. Guillen trying to get it in. Adja breaks that up. And Adja knocks 2 Anna Arundel players down. That was out of bounds. It's possession to the Dragons, I believe. Yes. Santos heads it back towards the defensive line. And Arundel trying to get some action here. They get to Guillen. Estrada breaks it up. Fonseca. That's deflected out of bounds. And it'll be Dragons ball. I mentioned earlier, but I'll say it again, a fantastic crowd out here for this first playoff game of the year. And we're going to quickly give you a game break update. It is still 1-1 in the second half between Potomac State and Frederick. Back to the action we go. Guillen, chucked up by Herzog, go for a shot wide. Trying for the crosser. It's broken up by Norton, who gets hit hard. And a foul called against number 18. Went out of bounds, excuse me. That's a good spot from Diego, my cameraman. As Ednal Marchani got a little physical there with Truce Norton. Dragons got to get this one out of their side of the field. The Dragons' defense was one of the top defenses through the first half of the season. Second half of the year, they struggled. Mark Adja's injury definitely helped their depth, but it was that plus other key players missing due to injuries. The good news is the defense looks strong today. Good pass by Estrada trying to get it down to Truce Norton. When these two teams played last year, that was a little too much power, went out of bounds. When these two teams played, not last year, sorry, when these two teams played last time, earlier this season, it was Truce Norton who scored with 1 second left on the clock to give the Dragons a 3-3 tie on sophomore day. One of the most remarkable games we have seen. It was a truly incredible contest. As here's a goal kick for Anna Arundel. Jaheim Blake will kick it out to Catch up who that was in a second. They're going to Guillen. That was Henry Guillen, Brian's brother. Estrada. Here's Herzog. Puts it down out of bounds. Riverhawks looking for an opening. That's broken up by Simmons. Here's Darian Paz. Turns, gets it up to Santos. Santos. That's broken up, but Barrientos is there to grab the rebound. Barrientos fighting through a heavy teal defense. Brian keeps it alive, trying to go for the crosser. He's being held. No call. It's kicked away by Arundel. Adja, nice header. Oh, we missed his defense as Edel Marchani goes down. As that goes out of bounds, should be a ball. Yes, should be Dragon's ball. As Brian Barrientos got launched to the ground there. Inbounds kick. There's a shot and goal! Brian Barrientos with the score, and the Dragons take the lead. Dragons goal by number 9, Brian Barrientos. What's up? Give us a goal. 4th goal of the year for Brian Barrientos. Dragons take a 1-0 lead. Needed that. Needed that. So, 1-0 Dragons with a big-time play. Brian Barrientos, 4th goal of the season. 5th goal of the season, excuse me. Now Arundel. This is interesting because in the last matchup, Arundel fell behind 2-0. No, Howard. Getting my schools mixed up. Howard fell behind 2-0. Might have another chance here. That one's up. Crosser going for Santos. Won't go. When these two teams played earlier this season, it was a 2-0 deficit that the Dragons found themselves in, courtesy of an own goal and an excellent shot by Arundel. The Dragons fought back to tie the game, but Arundel took a late lead, as I believe we have a corner kick. No, toss in. Dragons will, Riverhawk, excuse me, will toss in here. That's headed right out of bounds by Herzog. Good disruption. Throw in, throw in. And Arundel getting ready for another save. Ooh, Chris Herzog with a nice play there. And Edel Marchani is down. Looks like he's just adjusting his shin guard. As here's a chance now for Sam Santos. Has he got the speed? Maybe not. No. Santos has got a powerful kick, but he doesn't have the speed sometimes. It's okay. He's got the power in his legs for another reason. We got a sub coming in. It's number 20, Israel Argueta Henriquez. Entering the game for the Riverhawks. Number 20, Israel Argueta Henriquez. So here's a player we didn't see him play last time. Henriquez. We'll hold off on that real quick as the Dragons might have a chance here. Here's Truce Norton. Breaking. Try to find an opening. Gets it back to Jefferson Estrada. Ref backs up to stay away. Down goes Darian Paz. No call. Is a shot by Norton, and it's high and over the net. Goal kick up back. Simmons gets it to Paz. Paz, nice move. Backing up. Finds Fonseca on the far side. Fonseca looking for an opening. Backs up again. Gets it to Adja. Nice pass by Herzog. Broken up by Rivas. Ruby. And that's out of bounds. Possession will go back to the Riverhawks. 30 minutes to go. 1-0 Dragons lead. Great start for Howard. See if they can keep it up here. Knock Arundel out. These two teams have got some playoff history in the last couple of years. Their last postseason meeting was in, I believe, 2021, where the Dragons disposed of Arundel 2-1 in the quarterfinals. In 2018, these two teams played right here at Dragon Stadium for the Region 20 championship. Dragons would win that one 2-1. That's the last championship the Dragons have won for Region 20, I believe. I'm going to have to double check that just to make sure I'm correct. But so good playoff history between Arundel and Howard. Simmons coming up. Ruby gets it back to Adja. It's Herzog. You can almost feel that with the return of Mark Adja, the defense playing with a fire we haven't seen in about a month, which would coincide, coincidentally enough, with when Mark Adja got hurt. Howard's got a good defense. They were very good through the first half of the season. They struggled in the second half due to injuries. They look good so far today. Mark finds Jefferson Estrada. Puts it over for Fonseca. Arundel here doing a good job probing the defense. Adja sends it back to Simmons. They're going to try and get it to Herzog. And a good move there. Chris is pretty open. He's going to move up now. Trying to push Santos back. It kind of worked. Santos keeping it alive. Goes to Estrada. They're going to have to move back again. Dragons have got to move forward here. They can't afford. As there's a deep pass here. Trying to get to Truce, and it's wide. Sebastian Fonseca there going for gold. That'll set up a goal kick for Arundel. Hear anything in the background, folks? We're working on getting our music app set up so we can play the Dragons goal song when they score, if they score again. They lead at 1-0 here. It's Luray coming up for the defense. Broken up by Darian Paz. Nice spin. And Arundel keeping it alive. Passes down. That's Chris Moreira. Finds Guillen. Broken up by Truce Norton. Guillen. That was off the ref. And I think... So that's a dead ball. Referee will have That's a dead ball. Ref will have it. Off of the ref. That's broken up by Santos. Passes back to Paz. Trying to get open. Estrada puts it up. Here comes Barrientos. Barrientos with 2 men to beat. Goes for the crosser. Deflected out of bounds. And it's going to be a corner kick for the Dragons. Corner kick for Dragons. Setting up here. You know what I would like to see? Because the Dragons have tried to get one to him all season. I'd like to see a Kyle Simmons header. I would like to see Kyle Simmons. It's so nice to see a defenseman get a score on a corner. We might have one here. It'll be taken, it looks like, by Darian Paz. On the way. It's up. Simmons! So close. Barrientos! Oh, he missed it by inches! Oh, by inches! And I think that's another corner. Another corner for the Dragons. Corner kick for Dragons. Oh, Barrientos was so close to getting 2. Truce Norton will take this one. They're going to do a short play at short here. Norton puts it up. In position. Guillen knocks it up and out of bounds. That's another corner. Dragons get another chance. Keep it up, boys. Keep the pressure up. Corner kick, Dragons. And it looks like, I think that's Darian Paz who will take that one. I believe that is. Yes, that is Darian Paz who will take the corner. On the way. Headed right into the hands of Blake. A good attempt there by Sam Santos, but the Dragons putting some nice pressure here on Arundel. They're looking like the Dragons of September here. I like what I'm seeing so far. Ruby, nice play. What a pass that was by Ruby to Estrada. Had Edel Marchani looking every which way. Here's Fonseca with the ball. Sebastian going for a crosser. Santos tried the header. It missed. Pass came up for the rebound. That's out of bounds. Dragon ball. 25 minutes to go in this first half. Dragons lead 1-0. They have thoroughly dominated so far. And that's out of bounds, and it'll be a corner kick for the Dragons. Corner kick, Dragons. As will take the corner. Barrientos coming up. Will they play it short? No, they'll go put it up. Simmons headed away. Dragons could get to it first. They could keep this play alive. Oh, where's the foul? Where's the foul? There is none. I'll hold my tongue. I'll hold my tongue. I thought there was a foul there. Out of bounds. Dragons will hold possession. Fonseca will throw in. Pardon, that was Barrientos. Here's Santos. Kicked back. Ruby keeps it alive. Moving forward. Barrientos. Fonseca. Corner. Norton. That's knocked around. And I think they're going to say goal kick. Yes. Update time. It remains 1-1 in the second between Potomac State and Frederick. No one has scored since the 27th minute when Pot State tied it up. Huge game there between those two teams. Potomac State trying to squeak their way, one of several teams that squeaked into the playoffs in a very competitive Region 20. Want to know how competitive Region 20 was this year? The defending runner-up, Southern Maryland, did not qualify for the playoffs. 3 teams that didn't make it last year made it in, including one team that transferred up from Division 3. That was Prince George's County. And several teams that finished with losing records last year finished with winning records. Here's a chance. Guillen! Ryerson with the save! Adja was providing great pressure. Brian Guillen tried to get a shot off. He did, and Luke Ryerson makes a phenomenal save. That's the first time today he's really had to work. Shows you how good the offense has been today. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, both. Both have played great. Santos. Finds Norton. Truce. Ooh, nice plays. Ooh, he's got him looking sideways. And he finds Santos. Santos, go for the crosser. Go! Oh, no. Brian missed it. Ah. Oh, I thought it was in. I thought it was in. Brian Barrientos misses that one. We got a sub coming in. Paul Zimmerman from Cologne, Germany, getting set to come in for the Riverhawks. It'll be a corner kick for the Dragons. Corner kick, Dragons. Brian Barrientos having himself a game. A lot of big shot opportunities here. Here's Truce Norton on the corner. On the way. It's up and off the side of the net. Out of bounds. Sub coming in. Edsel Marchani is going to sub out, it looks like. Nope, that's number 4. Excuse me. Entering the game for the Riverhawks. Number 6, Paul Zimmerman. Little international flair here for Arundel. Of course, their goalkeeper is, oh, big collision there. Brian Barrientos is down. Clock has stopped. We got 2 players down. It's Brian Barrientos and it's number 23, Tomi Akinsalure. They're both down. Being checked up by their players. Athletic trainers coming out. We're going to take the camera off of that. That was a big collision. Brian was trying to intercept that goal kick. And he and Tomi Akinsalure collided heavily. We were just talking about Brian. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Our athletic training staff is out. Brian Barrientos is getting to his feet. He's holding his shoulder in his head, it looks like. Referee is trying to clear. They're checking on Tomi Akinsalure, who is being looked over by our athletic trainer, Tim Happel. Barrientos being checked out by our other athletic trainer out there. They're doing my best guess, they're doing a concussion test from the looks of it. Rest of the team being called in. Chris Herzog, Sebastian Fonseca still out there. They'll come back. Team's going to take a water break here. They need it. The athletic trainer now working on Tomi Akinsalure's leg. Barrientos being checked out. Yes, they are doing a concussion test, it looks like, on Brian Barrientos. Making sure he's okay. He took a pretty hard hit to the head there. That would be a big loss for the Dragons. Tomi Akinsalure is on his feet. Most likely he will be out for a little bit. Both players are okay. Number 9, Brian Barrientos, and number 23, Tomi Akinsalure, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see who the substitutes are going to be. Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 5, Jason Astudillo. Entering the game for the Dragons, number 13, Rafa Benitez. Okay, so after a bit of a scary moment, Jason Astudillo back into the game for the Riverhawks. He is number 5. Entering the game for the Dragons, Rafa Benitez, number 13. Fun player this season. Rafa, bit on the shorter side, but he makes up for it with his aggressive playing style. One of my favorite moments of the season is when he got tied up with a Cecil College player during their matchup. The Cecil player got a little annoyed that he was getting tied up and decided to fling Rafa to the ground. Teammates came to his defense. Player was ejected. That's what Rafa Benitez could do. He's tough. He's gritty. He is going to fight hard. Ball is thrown in. Here we go. Dragons with a bit of fire under them. There's Benitez. Gets it to Santos. Ball goes out. It's going to be a corner kick. Corner kick, Dragons. Of course, we hope the best for the 2 injured players on that play. Brian Barrientos, who scored the first goal of the game. By the way, we've got about just under 22 minutes to go. Darian Paz will take this corner, it looks like. See if they can get it to Kyle Simmons. Corner on the way. They're going to play it short for Jefferson Estrada. Puts it right back to Darian. Darian puts it up. Simmons! Oh! Had a chance. He goes down. Ednal Marchani wanted a foul, didn't get it. Oh, and Marchani's hurt. Marchani is hurt. Simmons might have a chance here. Simmons, nutmeg, what a play. Santos, shoot, blocked. Marchani still down. That's broken up by Arundel. Darian, I don't know why the ref doesn't see Marchani. He's writhing around on the ground in pain as there's a slide tackle that breaks up that play from Darian Paz. Marchani is back to his feet. He's stumbling a little bit. Marchani actually might be seriously hurt here. And Arundel with a chance. Ruby trying to break that up. Guillen has a chance here. Will shoot. Oh, and he misses. Guillen had an open net. He missed. Jaime Blake checking out Ednal Marchani, who was down for a while there. Clock is stopped here with 20 minutes, 48 seconds to go. Ednal Marchani, he looks to be okay. We're back underway. A couple of injuries here have made things a little freaky here. Now the Dragons trying to get a response. And Arundel's had some really good looks. It has been scary. Brian Guillen has had two chances in this first half to potentially tie this game. The first attempt was stopped by Ryerson. The second attempt went wide of the net. And Arundel showing that, again, this is a team. They're playing for more than just a win here. They host the region tournament. You do not want to be the hosts of a region tournament and not participate in the parts that take that take place. Excuse me, forgot English for a second. You do not want to miss out on the parts that take place on your own campus. So Anne Arundel, they need to win this. This is a good Anne Arundel team. They really turned it on during the second half of the season. That one slipped past Sam Santos. He's got to hold back as it goes out of bounds. Something impressive I've noted from the Dragons from this game. Big change in their last game. If you remember our last broadcast against Hartford, the Dragons consistently got the ball down to Sam Santos, which usually is a good strategy, but Hartford was covering him so hard it was hard for him to make a move. Here, they're a lot more calculated. They're moving the ball. I love this term. They're matriculating it up in field. Here's Truce Norton with a chance. Goes for the crosser for Santos. Had a chance. Booted up. Blake has to leap to make the save. Santos had a chance there. This is feeling like a classic Sam Santos game where he's going to get a bunch of shots off and miss, and eventually he's going to hit one. Santos, very aggressive, very good player. Santos, oh, that one slipped right past his head into the arms of Blake. That was a pass from Truce Norton. As we've got a sub getting ready to come in. That's number 8, Mani Awa from Millersville, Maryland, who's getting set to come in for the Riverhawks. Reed Kimmel trying to move up. Big collision there between Ruby, Norton. It's a mess of bodies. Ooh, good play by Simmons. That's going to be a foul on Kyle Simmons as Edno Marchani went to the ground. Number 8, again, is Mani Awa. He's getting set to come into the game for Anne Arundel. Free kick on the way is up. Ryerson punches it out. Hard to get past cool hand Luke. Ever Santos gets off a shot. Ryerson with a save. How about that from Luke Ryerson? Santos almost got it there. That's going to be a corner kick, though, for the Riverhawks. Their first of the game. Corner kick, Anne Arundel. Anne Arundel with a corner kick here. Let's see what they can do. No sub coming in. Ball's up. And out of bounds. Mani Awa will check into the game. Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 8, Mani Awa. Oh, I dropped my pen. Goal kick for the Dragons. Quick one out to Simmons. Here's Herzog with the ball now. And Herzog will get it up to Paz. Darian. Fights Benitez, who's tripped up. And a foul called. That won't be a yellow, but it is a foul. I believe that was on number 5, Jason Astudillo. It was. Astudillo called for the foul on Benitez. Last game against Hartford, there was a bad call on. There was a really, and I'll say this, there was a bad call when Rafa Benitez got tossed to the ground and there was no call on the play. He got called for the foul himself, and the bench, the stat, everyone was in an uproar over it. That's how much we love Rafa Benitez. The tough player. Free kick on the way. Headed up by Kimmel. Ruby keeps it alive. Batted out by Anne Arundel. And picked off by Paz. Paz gets it to Estrada. Putting it up for Santos. Santos! Blake comes up and makes the stop. 16 minutes to go in this first half. Dragons lead at 1-0 as Ever Santos tripped while trying to make that pass and fell. Picked up by the Dragons. Nice slide tackle attempt there by Estrada. Anne Arundel might have a chance here. It's broken up by Simmons. Simmons scything his way through traffic. He's trying to break away from number 6, Paul Zimmerman. He does so. Benitez, it's left in open air. Teal jersey's there to pick it up. Estrada. Paz. Estrada. Norton. Nice passes here. They're slowly moving the ball up the field, trying to get it to Benitez. Fonseca. Benitez. Up to Truce. Good passing here by the Dragons. Here's Benitez. Benitez. Fighting hard here against the defense. Backs up to Fonseca. Sebastian's pass deflected out of bounds. That's going to be a corner for the Dragons. Corner kick, Dragons. And good news, folks. Brian Barrientos looks like he's ready to go back into the game. Darian Paz will take the corner. Quick update. Corner's on the way, knocked around. Quick update, in the 83rd minute, Frederick has scored. They lead 2-1 on the cusp of eliminating Potomac State. Pass goes down. There's another corner for the Dragons. Dragons. So Frederick in the 83rd minute scores. They're up 2-1 on Potomac State, and we could have our first advancement to the semifinals. The Frederick Cougars, always a solid program, but have surprised people this year with a very stout season, finishing third in Region 20. And they have a chance to punch their ticket to the semifinals. Benitez will take the corner here. That one is easily batted away by Arundel. Second, nice coverage there on number 7. That's Brian Guillen. They find Maniawa, number 8. Plays broken up. Norton. That one's going out of bounds and onto the Arundel bench. And subs coming in. Here comes Brian. Entering the game for the Dragons, number 9, Brian Barrientos. Rafa Benitez will check out of the game for the Dragons. Chris Herzog will toss in. Out of bounds. That was headed off by Oliver Rivas. Herzog. Gets a nice crosser. Ooh. Close on target there from Herzog, but some nice moves. 12.5 to go. That's out. And a foul called against, looks like against the Dragons. Deep ball on the way, Herzog. Couple of nice headers there. Herzog might have used Reed Kimmel as a launching pad. Here's Maniawa. Finds Zimmerman. Strada trying to break it up. Excuse me, it's Maniawa. Ooh, Simmons knocked down. And they're going to call a foul there on Arundel. A foul against Kyle Simmons, who goes to the ground. "11 minutes to go. Rob Ryerson, you can hear him on the sideline. Hurry up, hurry up. Dragons need a score here. Arundel has been getting a lot of good looks through the second part of this first half. Oh, and that's going to be a foul called against, I believe, Paul Zimmerman. Sebastian Fonseca hits the floor. Checking to make sure he's okay. Looks like it's just going to be a regular foul for this one. No yellow card. Fonseca a little slow to get up, but he's on his feet. Sebastian Fonseca is a tough player. We don't talk about him a lot. He plays the far side, primarily he's a defensive midfielder, but he's had some key plays this year. You know that last game against Arundel, where the Dragons scored with seconds left. Who was it who threw the ball in to perfectly set up that play? Sebastian Fonseca. His throw-in set up that final play perfectly that allowed Truce Norton to score. Norton is trying to get to Jefferson Estrada. Instead, it's picked up instead by Arundel. Ooh, and that's going to be a foul on Adja, who comes screeching in there, knocks down Brian Guillen. We missed Mark Adja's aggressiveness, but the referee is going to say otherwise. Going to tamp our expectations there. 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go in a brilliant first half. Both teams with plenty of good chances. Dragons lead at 1-0. We had a couple of scary hits, but thankfully everyone seems to be okay. And we're coming up now on a halftime that's going to be a fun one. We'll keep you updated with all the scores as usual. That one slipped past the defensive line, but Ryerson is there to scoop it up. By the way, starting soon, number 1 CCBC Essex, number 8 Allegheny. That should be a fun one. Allegheny lost 2-0 to Essex on the final game of the regular season, which a 2-0 loss for CCBC Essex. If you follow Region 20 soccer, that's concerning because CCBC Essex usually likes to destroy their opponents. So losing 2-0, well, winning 2-0, that's concerning. Could be a good one there. Allegheny might have something for him. Would love to see that kind of upset. Dragons moving forward here. Here's Norton. Teal jerseys in his path, trying to find an opening. Norton cuts back, passes up for Darian Paz. Paz goes for the shot too high. Bounces off the top of the, as we've got a sub getting set to come in. That's number 10, Charlie Meehan. And I'll do the call. Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 10, Charlie Meehan. So a couple late subs here by Anne Arundel, trying to stimulate their offense. Dragons have only made one sub, and it was for the injury to Brian Barrientos. Coach Rob looks like he wants to stick with this lineup. It is the lineup that's seen the most success for the Dragons this season. Through the first half of the year, they were nigh unstoppable. Ooh, missed assignment by Meehan off of the substitution. This could set up Herzog. Meehan is coming in there. Herzog will play it nicely up to Norton. Estrada cuts back to Herzog. Simmons finds Adja. Adja will get it up to Fonseca. Ball out of bounds. Possession to Anne Arundel. And good news, Tommy Akinsalure getting set to come back into the game for the Riverhawks off of that injury. Here's Brian Guillen, number 7. And Arundel charging here. They find Meehan. Simmons, about a half a foot taller than him, getting in his way. Adja breaks it up. Ruby with the ball now. Ruby finds Estrada. Norton. Ooh, nice play there by Santos. Trying to find Guillen. It's broken up by Adja. Got to get the offensive pieces a chance here. The Dragons haven't gotten a chance. Santos. Ricochets off. Meehan wasn't expecting it. Thought that got out. Charlie Meehan thought that had gone out of bounds. He was wide open, and he hesitated for a second. Ball's out of bounds. Possession to the Dragons. I've never seen that before. I've never seen a player. That was such a good ricochet that Meehan thought it had gone out of bounds. Trying to get it down. Ball will roll out. Possession back to the Riverhawks here. 6.5 minutes to go. And Akinsalure coming back into the game. Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 23, Tommy Akinsalure. Another sub getting set to come in, number 4, Axel Cartagena. And Arundel try to get it off at their end as end goes down. Adja had a piece of it. Adja hesitates for a second, finds Ruby. Multiple subs getting set to come in. They're also going to get set to put Jake Kangute into the game, number 11. Meehan battling Estrada, keeping it alive. Estrada getting it there. Meehan slips past. Simmons, great play, Kyle Simmons. Herzog will play it to the keeper. Ryerson to Adja. 5 minutes to go. over and turn the music on for. Here's a chance. Santos, that's deflected. Thought it went out of bounds for a second. And Arundel keeping it alive for now. Barrientos goes to Estrada. Jeff. Nice pass. Try to get it to Santos. Santos. And that'll be a goal kick. Final score. First of the day. The Frederick Cougars are moving on. They have defeated the Potomac State Catamounts 2-1. They are the first team to advance. We've got subs coming in. I'll make the announcement real quick. Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 4, Axel Cartagena, and number 11, Jake Kangute. So Jake Kangute into the game. It'll get a chance right off the bat as Ryerson comes out. And that's going to be a yellow card on Ryerson. No, not a yellow card. That was in the box. That's going to be a penalty kick. Was it outside the box? Let's see if they're going to give a yellow card to Ryerson. They will. Yellow card, Luke Ryerson. Yellow card, Luke Ryerson. It's outside the box, so it's not a penalty kick, but that was a big mistake by Ryerson, getting a little too aggressive there to stop Kangute. That's going to be tough. And now, Anna Arundel can't believe it was outside the box. It was right on the outside of the box, though. Manny Awa will take the shot. Yeah, it was right on the edge of the box there. Anna Arundel's coaching staff wants a penalty kick. It was right on the edge of the box. A tough call, but they're going to give it to Anna Arundel. Kick on the way, and wide. Dragons escape disaster there. Luke Ryerson loves to play aggressive there. Got lucky there. Oh, man. Anna Arundel's coach might get a yellow card here. He just tossed something. And he will. Yellow card, Anna Arundel bench. I got a reaction from the crowd there. So back-to-back yellow cards. Anna Arundel's coach, Drew Belcher, tossed a water bottle. It bounced off of one of the tents set up. So with 3 minutes to go, Dragons trying to keep it up here. Here's Norton. Test. Sorry about that, folks. I stood up with excitement because I thought Truce was going to break free there. I accidentally unplugged my mic. Okay, we'll keep it going. Wind picking up here. You can see it whipping around Kyle Simmons. Norton goes down. Final minutes ticking away here in an exciting first half. Fonseca looking for an opening. Fonseca keeping it alive. He's going to try and keep it alive. It's out of bounds. Possession will go back to Anna Arundel. Riverhawks have the first half of this first half was mostly controlled by the Dragons. The second half of the first half, Anna Arundel has been in control, honestly. Both teams have kind of been at a stalemate, but Anna Arundel has had way more chances. That one is picked up by Barrientos. Gets it to Santos. Santos looking for an opening. Out of bounds, that'll be a corner. Corner kick, Dragons. Darian Paz will take it as we're coming up on 1 minute to go in the half. Paz, his kick on the way. Blake will make the stop. And we're coming up on 1 minute to go in the first half. It's been a thrilling first half. That one back, Ruby will pick it up. Adja. Get it to Herzog. Dragon's got to be careful here. And Arundel pressing hard. 1 minute to go in the first half. Out of bounds. Possession to the Dragons. Barrientos will toss in. Finds Paz. There's a shot by Estrada. Oh my goodness. That was so close. And it's another corner. Corner kick, Dragons. Dragons didn't expect that was going to be a corner. Here's Paz. Seconds. That's knocked up. Got to get a shot off here. 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. That one goes wide. Goal kick coming up, and that'll do it for the first half. 1-0 Dragons lead. We head to the half. It's been a thrilling one, folks. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with the second half. First half, the score at the half. 1-1 Arundel 0. Folks, if you're still watching, that's our athletic trainer Tim Happel cleaning up our bird dog cam. Michelle, can you send me a couple pictures? We're getting set for the second half here, live at Dragon Stadium, where it has been an intense one so far, ladies and gentlemen. 1-0 Dragons lead. An impressive outing so far for the Dragons, on the cusp of punching their ticket to the second round of the playoffs. On the field for the Dragons as we kick off the second half, it will be Luke Ryerson in net, Sebastian Fonseca, Kyle Simmons, Chris Herzog, Kevin Ruby, Mark Adja, Jefferson Estrada, Darian Paz, Brian Barrientos, who scored the only goal of the game so far, Truce Norton, and Sam Santos. Anna Arundel huddling up here as we are getting set. By the way, we're keeping track of our third game of opening day of the Region 20 tournament. Allegheny and CCBC Essex have kicked off. We are halfway through the first half there. It's 0-0, which is surprising considering how CCBC Essex usually is able to shred their opponents. We got an interesting one here. Allegheny did play Essex very tight when they first matched up. If you missed the first half, quick recap. Brian Barrientos scored early. The Dragons took a quick early lead. They held the advantage for the rest of the first half, but things got very, very, very close on several occasions. Allegheny had a couple of open shots that they missed, and then most notably, there was a scary moment where Luke Ryerson got called for a yellow card when he slide tackled into an Allegheny player, and that resulted in a second yellow card to Allegheny's coach. We're set to get underway with the second half. Here we go. 45 minutes away from a potential berth in the second round of the Region 20 tournament. Dragons trying to keep this train going. Allegheny quick on the attack out of the break. Kyle Simmons will break up that play. Yeah, unplug it. That's what's causing it. We're dealing with a little bit of a feedback issue here. Here's a chance for Barrientos. Blake coming out of net will scoop it up. We were dealing with a bit of a feedback issue audio-wise. I think we fixed that now. But a fun day of soccer so far for the opening day of the tournament. Women's tournament's also going on right now. We don't have any updates from the Southern Maryland Potomac State game, but we do have updates from Carroll Community College, where the Lynx are down 2-0 to Garrett. And here's Brian Guillen for Anna Arundel trying to get a play. Adja breaks that up. The Dragons have sorely missed Mark Adja the second half of the season. Their defense struggled without him. Now that he's back, boom. We're right back to where we should be. Fonseca will play it up to Darian Paz. Nice play there by Paz. Guillen slide tackles it out, and Guillen gets hit on the back of the leg And a foul is called here on Darian Paz. And Awa will take the free kick. It's a good one. Scary moment there, but the Dragons trying to keep it alive. And Arundel might have another shot. Estrada knocks it clear. Paz fighting in. Gets it to Santos. No. Plays here Estrada. Working around. Here's Paz. Gets thrown down. No call. Santos. That's Ever Santos. No relation to our Sam. Looking for an opening. Awa tied up with Ruby. Let's get Chippy out here. Yen tries a no-look pass there. Broken up by Adja. Here's Santos. Nice pass, headed away by Herzog. Paz. Nice play. Going deep for Santos. Sam Santos. Can he get there in time? Goalie comes deep out of net. Ball's popped up. Norton trying to keep it alive here. Norton keeping it alive. Falls. No call. Ryerson with a nice play. Punts it out. Fonseca trying to get it opening to Santos. That's broken up and out of bounds. Watch out. It's caught by one of our ball boys. Anna Arundel needs a goal here. We talked about it in the first half, but Anna Arundel needs to score. The Riverhawks host this year's tournament, Region 20 tournament, and if they were to lose to the first round without ever playing a game at home, that would be devastating. Trying to find an opening here. Nice tackle by Kevin Ruby. How about that? Ruby with a beautiful slide tackle. Gets the ball to True Storton. Ruby keeps it alive. Finds Darian Paz. And Barrientos is open. Here comes Brian Barrientos. Backtracks just a little bit, looking for an opening. Barrientos trying to find an opening. Trying. He gets tangled up. No call. Ball rolls out of bounds. A goal kick for Anna Arundel. Here's Santos. Fighting hard. Santos has it taken away. Deflected out, and I believe that's going to be a goal kick. Score update, 21 minutes to go. Still 0-0 between Allegheny and CCBC Essex. In a game that we expected to be very one-sided, so far, the Trojans holding their own against the Knights. Keep your eyes peeled on that one, folks. That game is going to determine who the winner of this game will play in the second round. We already know Frederick is cleared to the second round with their win over Potomac State, as here's Norton. Play was broken up. They're trying to get it up for Barrientos. Here comes Brian. Goes for the crosser. Santos didn't have a chance. It's broken up by the other Santos, Ever Santos. Dragons starting to look aggressive here. They started out hot in the first game. Here's Herzog. Herzog going for a good pass. And it'll be wide and picked up by the goalie, Blake. Norton finds Barrientos. Barrientos, crosser, Norton! Oh, missed it! Oh, there might be a chance! Dragons are going to get a goal here eventually. They are playing too well to not score. Here's Fonseca. Fonseca, crosser. Little too much power over the head of Sam Santos. He's going to chase it down, though. Keeps it alive. Passes up for Paz. Darian Paz, leading goal scorer this season for the Dragons, hasn't scored yet today. He leads the team with 7 total goals. Goes for the crosser. Fonseca hits back to Estrada. See a lot of midfielders moving up here for the Dragons, trying to get something going here as they play back to Kevin Ruby. Head coach Rob Ryerson, you can hear him yelling out, forward, forward. They got to move forward. They get it to Barrientos. Ball was popped out of bounds. Brian plays it safe. We've entered golden hour. Santos, there was an arm around his neck, and that's going to be a foul on 25. Who is that? Let me check that real quick. That's going to be a foul on number 25. That is Henry Guillen. And that'll set up a free kick for the Dragons deep in enemy territory. Darian Paz will take the free kick. Sure you have that song loaded up and ready. Dragons try to spin away. Paz surveying. 36 to go. Got to set up a good cross. Here we go. On the way. Headed up. And kicked out of there by Arundel. Good play for the Riverhawks. Fonseca going long. They're trying to get it deep. Oh, Barrientos missed that. Excuse me, that was Paz. And they move it forward. Santos has to back up. Both teams getting some good chances here, but they just haven't been able to break through. You can feel frustration rising here. This is playoff soccer, ladies and gentlemen. We got a good one here. And Arundel trying to get it to Brian Guillen, their top goal scorer. Guillen's got to back up. And Arundel goes for the crosser. Over the head of Chris Moreira. Fonseca breaks that up. Sebastian Fonseca's been having a fantastic game. He's Norton gets kicked. Gets back up. He's okay. Trying to play it with Moreira. That ball is way back as offsides is called. Offsides and Arundel. Sebastian Fonseca, like I was saying, has been having a fantastic day. He's played well all day long as Santos. Ooh, that was pretty. Sam Santos fighting hard. Here comes Santos. Trying to set up a crosser. Gets broken up. Santos goes down. Henry Guillen was the one who broke him up. Guillen passes, intercepted by Ruby. Ruby trying to get it to Barrientos. Barrientos pushed a little bit by Ever Santos. Barrientos goes for the crosser. No one was in the middle. Estrada comes up, misses that. Manny Awa fighting with Paz. Aja comes up, breaks it up, gets it to Estrada. Estrada tries to get to Santos, wasn't in position. Ball's knocked out of there by Ever Santos. Simmons will play it down to Fonseca. It's tense. If the Dragons can't get another goal, they got to hold on defensively. Fonseca plays that one up. Barrientos misses it. Fonseca keeps it alive for a second. Moreira tripped up. Barrientos got it. Fonseca plays it up, gets it to Barrientos. Barrientos keeps it alive. Brian looking for help. There's no one in the box. No one's there. Brian tripped up. Moreira takes it away. Passes up for Brian Guillen. Ruby playing hard. Nice disruption. Paz goes for the shot wide and high. Substitutions are coming in. Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 11, Cheek Kangute, and number 23, Tomi Akinsalure. Cheek Kangute, Tomi Akinsalure entering the game for the Riverhawks. as number 15 and number 9. Number 15, Angel Ochoa Delgado, and number 9, Chris Morera exit the game for Anne Arundel. Manny Awa. He's going deep there for Jason Astudillo, who's come up. Too much power out of bounds. It'll be Dragon Ball. Inbounds pass. Scooped up. Good fight here. Barrientos being muscled. Lunges. What was the call? That'll be a goal kick for the Dragons. Barrientos trying to get it to Santos. Santos fighting hard. He's being pushed to the outside by Henry Guillen. Out of bounds, and it will be Anne Arundel ball. Out of bounds. And now they're going to say it's Anne Arundel ball. Quick score update, folks. Allegheny just blocked a CCBC Essex penalty kick. It's still 0-0 with 13 minutes to go in the first half there, as the Trojans put it on a defensive clinic against the highest scoring team in Region 20. Brian Barrientos gets tangled up, and that's going to be a yellow card on Brian Barrientos. Yellow card, number 9, Brian Barrientos. Taking the free kick will be Henry Guillen. Been a chippy second half. That ball went deep. Out of bounds, and it'll be another goal kick for the Dragons. Arundel looking for an opportunity here. Adja, good defense there from Mark Adja. Look at Mark go! And that right there is why Mark Adja is one of the best defensive players in Region 20. Great play. Paz hit hard, and he's back on his feet. Anne Arundel has both teams lots of chances in this second half. We got 30 minutes to go. This is Kangute. That's broken up. That's high. They want a handball. I think they're going to get it. What's up? Corner kick. It's going to be a corner kick for Anne Arundel. Or is it? No. It was a handball. That was a handball called on, looks like Kyle. No, yes, corner kick. You're right. Okay. Corner kick and Arundel. Be a chance here for Arundel, their best chance to score. As that's up, Adja knocks it away. So Marchani will send to that backhand. Gute up header, goal kick. Dragons survive another one here as the defense holds firm. Santos with the chance. Fighting against Henry Guillen. Santos, nice play. Santos going for an assist attempt. He gets hit up. Estrada covers. Maybe a chance. Subs getting ready to come in for the Dragons. There's a deep shot down for Barrientos, trying to keep it alive. Brian looking, goes for the crosser, goes for the shot, and it's picked up by Blake. Good shot there by Brian Barrientos. Subs getting set to come in, by the way. Arundel's Paul Zimmerman is getting set to come in. Rafa Benitez and Samson Ogunlie getting set to come in for the Dragons. Ogunlie was supposed to start. Was scratched at the last second. Fonseca puts that one up for Truce Norton. Norton may have been hit from behind. It's played by the goalie Blake. Another sub getting ready to come in, Chris Morera. 27 minutes to go in the second half. Dragons hold on to a 1-0 lead. That courtesy of Brian Barrientos back in the first half. Arundel with a chance. Brian Guillen goes for the crosser. Broken up by Fonseca. What a game he's had. Definitely will get a shout out for player of the top performer nominee for Sebastian Fonseca. Here's Truce Norton. Now for the offense. Gotta get a score. Norton, nice play with the nutmeg. Finds Santos. 2 men to beat. Santos. Oh, and he loses control and Blake scoops it up. I'll give credit to Arundel's defense. They have been doing a great job of shutting down Sam Santos. Had a chance there. Eventually, these two teams can't have this many chances with no goals. Someone's going to score here eventually, and we're either going to get a tie game and potentially overtime or a 2-0 lead for the Dragons. That's how well these two teams have been playing. This has been a great game. Knocked up by Estrada. Barrientos with the header. Hit from behind. Whoa! And that's out of bounds and a foul called. Barrientos lost a shoe, it looks like. It looks like the subs are getting set to come in. Once again, it's Paul Zimmerman, Chris Morera for Arundel, and Samson Ogunlie and Rafa Benitez coming into the game for Howard. With 25.5 minutes to go in the second half, Dragons lead at 1-0. Score update coming to the end of the first half. It is still 0-0 between CCBC Essex and Allegheny College of Maryland. Deep ball down for Truce Norton, off of his head, out of bounds, and in come the subs. We'll step away to announce them. Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 6, Paul Zimmerman, and number 9, Chris Morera. Entering the game for the Dragons, number 11, Samson Ogunlie, and number 13, Rafa Benitez. So the subs are in. Subs are in. We're back underway. Both teams trying to stimulate their offenses here. Norton scything through traffic, finds Darian Paz. That one's deflected. Paz keeps it alive with the header, finds Benitez. Rafa trying to find an opening. He can't. He's chasing the periphery of the defense. Santos has to back up to help out. He gets it to Chris Herzog. Herzog coming up for the defensive line. Finds Benitez. Benitez keeps it alive. It's broken up by Brian Guillen for Arundel. Now Arundel on the attack. Here come the Riverhawks. Maybe. There's a couple of trips there. Both teams keeping it alive. Kangute might have a chance. Kangute covered by Simmons. Looks, Zimmerman keeps it alive. Simmons comes up for the defensive line. There is a dragon down. It's Jefferson Estrada. Is that Jeff? Yes, it's Jefferson Estrada. I think he's just cramping up. Chris Herzog is helping him out. Dragon's offense try to keep it alive, and we're going to stop the clock to check out and make sure that Jefferson Estrada is okay. We'll take a short break and be right back. Back to the action we go. Test. Okay, we're good. Had a little bit of a technical issue there, folks. Mic unplugged. All right. 23 minutes to go. Final minutes of the season for either Arundel or Howard, depending on how this game comes out. Both teams, excuse me, sorry about that. That was gross. Playing great defensive ball. They're going to try and give a chance up here for Darian Paz. Storm. Samson Ogunlie, good defense there. Just checked in. Simmons punts that one up. Try to push forward here. Here's Santos. Santos goes for the crosser for Rafa Benitez. Couldn't get there in time, and instead it's picked up by Jaheim Blake as there was a collision between Benitez and Blake. Clock has stopped. That might be a yellow card. Blake clutching his foot. Ochoa Delgado having some words there with Benitez. Looks like it's just going to be a foul. Blake's back to his feet. Shout out to Sam Santos, who came in there and made sure nothing happened. Some words were exchanged by. All right, we're back in action. We go. Blake is on his feet, stretching out his ankle, and try to give another chance for Santos. That one is booted up and out of bounds. It'll be Dragon Ball deep in Anne Arundel territory. Santos receives the throw-in. Fighting hard. Santos. That's out of bounds. And it's going to be a goal kick for Anne Arundel. Henry Guillen checking into the game for the Riverhawks. Entering the game for Anne Arundel, number 25, Henry Guillen. Again, folks, if I'm repeating information, that's because I'm doing double duty as PA announcer along with calling the game. They're going to sub out number 20, Israel Argueta Henriquez. Excuse me. Here we go. Up. Simmons with the header. Keeps it alive for now. Quick score update. It's at the... Well, we'll hold off on that because Santos might have a chance here. Here's Santos. Blake comes out of net and makes the stop. Stop there by Jaheim Blake. Dragons will play into Benitez. Down to Ogunlier. Finds Benitez. Good move. Try to use his speed to get around. That's out of bounds. And that'll be an Arundel ball. As the Dragons are going to send Blyden Alung at number 4. They're going to sub out Sam Santos. Under 20 minutes to go in a heated playoff contest. Manny Awa getting set to come in for Anne Arundel. Lier looking for an opening. Finds Santos. Passes down to Paz. Paz keeping it alive. Flips it up to Benitez. Back down to Ogunlier. Over to Barrientos. Barrientos with a shot! Oh! No, it was off the back. It was off the back of the net. My bad. I thought that was close. It was a little too high. Subs coming in. I'll step away for 1 second. Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 8, Manny Awa. Entering the game for the Dragons, number 4, Blyden Alung. So Blyden Alung checks into the game. Here is Chris Morera. Might have had his jersey held for a second. Finds Brian Guillen. And they'll play it by the goalie. Ryerson will scoop it up here. Under 18 minutes to go. Axel Cartagena getting sent to check in for Anne Arundel. Down the far side, Truce Norton. Truce was there, that's broken up. Edno Marchani also getting set to check in for Anne Arundel as well. Yen. As offsides is called. Offsides, Anne Arundel. Under 17 minutes to go. Ryerson will sit it down. Alung, nice header. Barrientos trying to set it up for Truce Norton. Norton. Setting it up. It's broken up. Barrientos will sit it down. Try to get it to Alung. Alung. Oh, gets tripped up. Stays on his feet. Don't know how he did that. Chance now for Arundel. Benitez. Got 2 to beat. Can he do it? Benitez puts up a crosser, blinded! Oh! Rafa Benitez! He scores, and the Dragons lead 2-0! Dragons goal by number 13, Rafa Benitez! I believe that's the first goal of the season for Benitez. Rafa scores. It's 2-0 Dragons. I thought that was a pass to Blyden the Lung. It's the second goal of the season for Rafa Benitez. We got confirmation. Blyden the Lung gets the assist. What a play. The Dragons lead it 2-0. How about that? Subs came in, by the way, for Arundel real quick. Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 4, Axel Cartagena, and number 18, Ednal Marchani. So now it's desperation time for Arundel. What a shot that was for Arundel. Sub coming in, that's going to be number 20, Israel Argueta Hernandez. Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 20, Israel Argueta Henriquez. He will sub out Angel Ochoa Delgado. As the Dragons leading 2-0 here. It's a chance to punch their ticket to the second round. A much-needed goal. We told you somebody was going to score eventually the way these two teams were playing. And with just about 15 minutes left, Rafa Benitez comes up big off the bench for the Dragons. Now Arundel has to score here. They have to score. There's no other way they're getting around this. Brian Guillen fighting hard against Samson Ogunlier, and he goes down. A foul is called on Ogunlier. Best chance yet for Arundel. Free kick deep in their own territory. Up it goes. Headed away by Simmons. Riverhawks might have another chance here with Marchani. Sends it up. Flipped and knocked out of there by Truce Norton. Pass. Benitez. And a foul called on Chris Moreira. Jeff Estrada's going to take the free kick. Or is he? Agile will take the free kick. Sends it down for a lung. Headed up. Pass kept alive. Lung. That one's popped up. A lung trying to keep it alive. There's a chance Ogunlier falls, but Kyle Simmons is there to break it up. Great defensive play by Simmons. That one's deflected by Cartagena and kept alive. Rivas pushing up for the defensive side. Scrum of white jerseys. That goes out of bounds off the boot of a lung. And the Dragons will get ready to sub Sam Santos back into the contest. Ball is thrown in. Moreira. Oh, he falls with Barrientos. Herzog will knock that one out. That deep shot back there that Luke Ryerson will scoop up. I'll roll it out back to Kyle Simmons as we're coming up on 10 minutes to go. 11 minutes to go in this first round contest. Foul called there. Manny Awa hits the deck. Back to his feet. Dragons will form a wall here, as Arundel will have a chance. On the way, headed, and Ryerson will scoop it up. Coming up on 10 minutes to go. Dragons would love another goal here to solidify a win. Sub's going to come in. It's Sam Santos. The game for the Dragons, number 12, Sam Santos. With 10 minutes left. Final 10 minutes of our soccer broadcast this season. Sam Santos comes into the contest. Dragons lead 2-0. They would love an insurance goal. Barrientos will intercept. Looking for an option. Just off of Henriquez. They find Santos. Puts it up for Benitez. That might be a corner. Yes. Corner kick coming up for the Dragons. Corner kick, Dragons. Drew Snorton will take the corner as the Dragons look for a chance to potentially put this one away. All the way. Santos with the header. And it rolls out of bounds. And Arundel with a chance, broken up by Ogunlie. There's a shot wide. That was Manny Awa. Ogunlie. Barrientos. Paz looking for an option. He's going to go down to Rafa Benitez. Here goes Rafa Benitez. Benitez looking for an option. Benitez falls. And that's going to be a card. And was that in the box? That is going to be a penalty kick for the Dragons. Penalty kick? Rafa Benitez was... Penalty kick, Dragons. Darian Paz will take the penalty with a chance to make it 3-0, but will hold because Rafa Benitez is down. Mateo Thomas Moore getting set to come into the game for the Dragons, number 25. The Dragons are getting much needed water breaks here. Quick score update. Right before the half, CCBC Essex scored twice. It's 2-0 Knights. They lead the Trojans. Subs are coming in. Entering the game for the Dragons, number 25, Mateo Thomas Moore. Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 11, Cheek Kankute. So Rafa Benitez is getting checked out, as here is Darian Paz to try and solidify the victory for the Dragons and punch their ticket to the second round. Stutters. Got it! Darian Paz has just sealed the win for the Dragons. That is Darian Paz's, I believe, 8th goal of the season. Leads all team members. And with that, 3-0, the Dragons just got to hang on these last 7 minutes, and they will punch their ticket to what's looking like a matchup with CCBC Essex in the second round. Meanwhile, CCBC Catonsville and PG County are getting set to kick off, as there's a big play there. And, oh, Mark Adja's hurt. Uh-oh. Mark Adja is down. Adja, who just came back from injury, just took a scary tumble. They're gonna stretch out. I think it's a cramp. They're gonna stretch it out. He should be okay. Meanwhile, CCBC Essex has just scored again to make it 3-0 over Allegheny, so it's looking like it's going to be the Knights and the Dragons in the second round, if these two results hold. Adja's back to his feet. He's okay. Good to see. It'll be a free kick for the Dragons with 6 minutes, 38 seconds to go. Last thing the Dragons needed was Adja to be hurt again. Aniawa scything his way through traffic. White jerseys abound. And Arundel wanted a foul. They didn't get one. And now here's Darian Paz in the open field. Paz finds Santos. Nice pass. Santos got two to beat. Santos shot blocked. Might be a chance for the rebound with Paz, as down goes Akinsalure. He's back to his feet. Ooh, and Tomi Akinsalure and Darian getting up in the face of Darian Paz there. Clock's going to stop. And a yellow card on Darian Paz and on Tomi Akinsulere. Double yellow cards, it looks like. We have double yellow cards on the play. Number 23, Tomi Akinsulere for Anna Arundel. Number 19, Darian Paz for Howard. They're still talking. They're going to sub Darian Paz out for Kevin Ruby, it looks like. Got to get him out. Things were getting a little heated out there. Entering the game for the Dragons, number 5, Kevin Ruby. Tomi Akinsulere. Still having words there. Things are getting chippy here right now. You get to Anna Arundel. Game's almost over. A lot of yellow cards in this game. No one's been ejected yet, but that's a lot of cards. Herzog. Strada missed that. Picked up by Brian Guillen. Dragons have done a wonderful job keeping him in check. As a foul is called on Brian Guillen, it'll be Dragons ball. Anna Arundel getting ready to send some more subs in, as it looks like they are going to, with 5 minutes to go. As now, clock has stopped. I don't know what that was about. The clock stopped for a second. That one goes deep. Ryerson makes the save. Will pass out to Simmons. Here's Ruby. And it looks like the Dragons are going to send in some subs as well. Norton. Moore. Mateo Moore. Oh, saved by Blake. Ogunle had come up with Blake. You could hear the bench telling him to stay back. Subs are coming in. Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 12, Royer Gonzalez Marican, and number 22, Alex Miller. Entering the game for the Dragons, number 17, Esteban Benitez. So Esteban Benitez enters the game as well. They stopped the clock. As it'll be a corner kick for the Dragons. Moore will send it up, headed away by Marchani. Good to see Esteban Benitez get into the game. Hopefully we get to see some more players in. Barrientos back to Simmons. Tomas Lopez getting set. Here's Santos. Goes for a shot, blocked. Oh, might be a chance if Moore could get there. Santos, you hear Sam Santos' frustration. The game is all but set, but Santos really wants that goal. Estrada, shot, wide. Getting set for subs. Stop the clock. As entering the game for the Dragons, number 22, Tomas Lopez. Tomas Lopez checking into the game. He'll replace Sam Santos. 3 minutes, 11 seconds to go. Both teams mostly playing their benches now. As the Dragons... That one wide, as meanwhile, update, it's 4-0, Knights over the Trojans. CCBC Essex has come alive in the second half, and it looks like they are getting ready to punch their ticket. PG County and Catonsville have just kicked off for the final first-round match. That one can be seen on Catonsville, on CCB, on PG County's YouTube page. Next round game will be live streamed by the hosts of the Region 20 tournament, Anne Arundel Community College. As under 3 minutes to go, this one is all but settled here. Wonderful performance for the Dragons. Excellent defensive performance. Some great goals by some unlikely sources. And the added benefit of being the team that knocked out the tournament hosts. And we'll take these final moments just to say it's been a privilege to call Dragons soccer games this year, folks. If you're tuning into our upcoming broadcast for basketball, it'll be Matt Trudell taking over play-by-play duties. There will be a special guest for the season opener against Baltimore City for men's basketball. And as for me personally, I will see you guys in the spring when lacrosse and softball season come up. I'll be back to calling games here on Howard Community College's Vimeo page. Minute and a half to go in this one. The Dragons likely will face off against top-ranked CCBC Essex in the second round. That'll be a tough challenge, but back to full strength, the Dragons should be up for the fight against the conference powerhouse. Esteban Benitez with some nice defense there on Manny Awa. We're coming up on 1 minute to go in this game, the final game of the season to be played here at Dragon Stadium until next fall. 1 minute to go in regulation. Here's Barrientos, who had a crazy game to think about it. A goal, an injury, and a yellow card. It's wild. He got that trifecta in this one. "30 seconds left. And Arundel was a great season for them. They came on strong in the second half of the year, made the playoffs. They had that great 3-3 tie with the Dragons here at Dragon Stadium a couple weeks ago that all but set up a playoff spot for them. And they almost got a top seed. Dragons going to try here. Samson Ogunlier. 15 seconds left. It'll be a heartbreaker for the Riverhawks as Ruby knocks that one out, and that'll all but do it. A heartbreaker for the Riverhawks, but for the Howard Community College Dragons, they will be headed to Anne Arundel. The Dragons advance to the second round. 3-0 is your final. Howard is headed to a date with conference powerhouse CCBC Essex, most likely, as the Dragons get the win. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the final. Your final score: Howard 3, Anne Arundel 0. The Dragons are headed to the second round of the NJCAA Region 20 Division II Men's Soccer Tournament. What's up, man? Well, folks, that was a heck of a game. A great game featuring some great defensive performances from the Dragons, some awesome goals, and one last flourish for the Dragons. This Dragons team, they look like the same Dragons team that was so dominant through the first half of the season. A great playoff win, and they are headed to the second round. They will most likely play CCBC Essex. It's going to be a tough one, but there's a chance that we could see this Dragons team go far. For all of us here at Howard Community College Vimeo, this is the big man on the mic, Isaac Donsky, signing off one last time this season. We will see you guys in a couple weeks for men's basketball and women's basketball. In the meantime, I will see you guys next on the mic when we go to lacrosse and softball in the spring. In the meantime, for all of us here, thank you to everyone who has put on games this season. It has been a pleasure. We're going to wrap this one up as the Dragons win at 3-0. They're on to the second round.